I cannot believe what I just saw. I just got done watching Francis Ngannou fight Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury won.
Alan Krebs scores it 95-94, a one-point decision on the third card. Winner by split decision, still undefeated from the United Kingdom, the WBC Heavyweight World Champion.
But you know what's so crazy? I called it. I'm going to break down the fight here in a second, but I called it. I said, I see two choices here. Either they're going to rob Ngannou to save that Usyk fight, or Ngannou wins and that fight is over. I called it. They robbed Ngannou. And Tyson Fury, despite him getting dropped in the third round, Tyson Fury squeezes out of that fight. I believe it was like 94, 93 or something like that. He only beat Ngannou by a point. One of them judges was smoking crack. 96, 93 is crazy. It was not that, especially for Fury. 96, 93 for Fury is crazy. But for you to squeeze out of that win against an MMA fighter, that's crazy. And I feel so bad for Ngannou because he should have won that fight. Anything outside of Ngannou winning was going to be a robbery. Even a draw would have been a robbery for Ngannou. They robbed that man because Fury had that fight coming up for Undisputed against Usyk. And arguably, you can still make that argument that that fight is done. Because after that performance, after you get dropped and you barely beat Francis Ngannou, nobody wants to see Usyk. I guarantee you the betting odds is going all for Usyk now. I guarantee you all the betting odds is going to favor Usyk. Now, let's break down the fight. I'll keep it thorough with you. Ngannou did way better than what I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be real transparent. Ngannou looked prepared. I'm talking about everything Tyson Fury does. Ngannou had a plan for it. With the jab, Ngannou, he would parry the jab with his right hand. Now, I did say though, I said him dropping his right hand, Fury could feint it to bring it out, and he could throw a left hook and maybe a straight after it to make Ngannou pay for that. But it wasn't even that. The beautiful thing that I seen from Ngannou was the clinches. That was the hardest thing Fury had to deal with, was the clinches. Now, I don't know if it's because Ngannou comes from MMA and, you know, he's shooting takedowns and stuff like that in MMA, but when it came to Tyson Fury trying to clinch, that wasn't going. Ngannou would control Fury, create space between him and Fury, throw an uppercut, boom. That right there, that sequence, that was happening all night. Like, Francis was on that when Fury was trying to clinch, because that's a part of his game. Fury knows I'm a bigger guy. I'm what? I think Fury's like, I think he's what, in the 300s, right? Like, he's up there. Like, he's a big dude. He's 6'9", has a big body, has a big frame. So a part of his clinching game comes from, I clinch you, but I'm also wearing you out. So later on in the fight, I could tire you out and possibly either knock you down or knock you out. But that wasn't working on Ngannou. Ngannou was well prepared. He was well prepared. I would say this too. That was the most hesitant I've ever seen Tyson Fury. He was super, I mean, the first half of the fight at least, he was hesitant. He wasn't really, I mean, he would feint, he would try to get something off, but every time he tried to get something off, Francis coming back. He's throwing something after that. So it was really tough for Fury to really get something off on Francis. But I would say this though, if I'm Usyk, I am studying this fight. I'm looking at how Ngannou was controlling Tyson Fury and stopping him from trying to clinch, and how he was able to create separation within the clinch and creating opportunities from stopping Tyson Fury from trying to clinch. he was getting opportunities like uppercuts and stuff like that. I'm looking at that if I am Usyk. Now, the only thing I wish Francis would have done that would have definitively gave him the win was invest in that body more, because he didn't need a lot to back him up. He's already one of the hardest punchers in combat sports, period, right now. He's one of the hardest punchers, but you're adding that with, on top of the fact that he knocked down Tyson Fury early in the fight. So I knocked you down and I'm one of the hardest punchers, so I know I can hurt you. I know I can knock you down. I just wish he would have invested more into the body, because after he knocked down Tyson Fury, he was kind of going after the head. He was really trying to knock Tyson Fury out. And I think if he would have invested into the body, like instead of trying to focus on throwing hooks and uppercuts towards the head part of the area, invest in that body. Hit him in the body, because that guard will end up coming down. Them hands will come down. And that's when you can set up a jab straight over, over a jab, or you have the opportunity to set Tyson Fury up for a knockout shot. And I don't know if that was in the game plan with Mike Tyson, because that's how Mike Tyson was knocking out dudes. I mean, Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson either way, but Mike Tyson will hit you in the body, hit you, boom, 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 and then he'll come upstairs and knock you out. You have to invest in the body, especially if somebody is good at moving their head and stuff like that. Like if you're throwing jabs or hooks and they weaving it, invest in the body, because eventually that will stop. That will slow down, and when it slows down, he won't have the response time to weave the punch, and that may be a knockout shot. So if I am Usyk, I'm studying that too. I will look at that and I would say I'm looking at me stopping the clinch, and I'm also looking at me needing to invest in the body. Take away his legs, take away that bobbing and weaving that Fury likes to do, and invest in that body. I promise you, Usyk will box circles around Tyson Fury. But on the flip side of that, Usyk himself don't like body shots. I mean, Dubois, he knocked him down with a body shot. Matter of fact, I think he knocked him out with a body shot. But that's for a whole nother video. All in all, I would say this to end it off. Ngannou should have won that fight. But like I said, I called it. They was going to rob that man. Even though I would say a draw is a robbery, I would take a draw over him losing, period. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's too much money invested into this Usyk and Fury fight for them to mess that up. They had to give Fury the win. They had to. Because even a draw is kind of iffy. It's like you had to give him the win. And it showed with that ridiculous scorecard of what, like I think it was 96, 93 or something like that. Fury did not beat him like that. It wasn't that far apart. Or if you gave the scorecard like that, it should have been Ngannou if you want to keep it 100 with you. It should have been Ngannou. Again, they had to give the man the fight so that this fight right here can happen. I will say it kind of dumbs down the hype a little bit, because you struggled against Ngannou. Ngannou is looked at as an MMA fighter. But I will end it off with this. If Tyson Fury had issues with a stationary, I wouldn't even call him stationary, but as far as movement, if he had issues with a stationary Francis Ngannou, he definitely will have issues with a very mobile 6'4" Alexander Usyk. And on that note, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And as always, it's your boy Remy. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.